just before. You good?
Good, Chief.
Okay, everybody good? Good evening, everybody. We're with our mayor, with Dr. Elder, and our commander from the 8th District, with some other support personnel. Tonight, just before 1:30 a.m., we were notified that shots were fired here in the 100 block of Bourbon Street. As you know, this is the Bayou Classic weekend. We had Bayou Classic coverage with a large number of police officers right here in this block, 30 or more in the block, officers on mounted patrol in this block. We were notified that shots were fired. Our officers were right there who heard those shots, responded to those shots, ran right towards it. What we know right now is that 10 victims were shot, ranging from ages 20 to 37, 2 females, 8 males, one of whom has expired at the hospital. We do not have the information about what precipitated the shooting right now, other than shots rang out. We responded to it. We heard it. We were able to make 2 arrests on this scene. One of the victims was in possession of a firearm. Another subject, who perhaps may or may not be affiliated with this event, was arrested in possession of a firearm, in addition to 8 other firearms arrests that we've made over the past 24 hours. And so we've made a strong message that this was not the place or time to bring firearms to this French Quarter during the Bayou Classic event or any event. We made that very clear, and we're going to pursue this to the fullest extent of the law, because this was not something that should have happened. This was the wrong place to bring firearms. We made that clear, and now we've apprehended a number of people through our proactive efforts for carrying firearms in the French Quarter, and we will continue to do that. And so now we have 1 person expired, 9 people injured in various conditions, all because somebody decided to make a decision to start shooting in the 100 block of Bourbon Street. But 2 people with this incident are under arrest for illegal carrying of a firearm. And so certainly our hearts go out to the deceased. We don't have all of the information right now, but our detectives are combing that scene right now to gather evidence. We're looking for witnesses. We're interviewing those victims. But what we want is anybody who has any information about what happened out here, what you saw, what you heard, we're asking you to call us. We're asking you to call Crime Stoppers and deliver that information to us. So, number 1, we can hold those accountable who committed this heinous crime and prosecute them to the fullest extent of the law.
Just a very tragic and unacceptable set of circumstances, especially on a night like this. As the chief said, we had a robust presence of police officers. EMS was actually on the scene less than a half a block away when the incident happened. But we're going to pursue these individuals very, very aggressively. And as the chief said, our thoughts and our prayers go out to the victims. We're going to continue to work really, really hard to make sure that we find the folks that did this, just like we've done in previous shootings. Totally unacceptable. I mean, the violence just continues to spin out of control with people brandishing weapons whenever they think they can. And it's really unfortunate. I want to thank the men and women of NOPD. We had many police officers actually on the scene at the time, but the EMS response was great. The doctors at the hospital have been working around the clock, as have been called upon to do way too many times. So I want to thank them for their response as well, and continuing to save people that otherwise could have gotten hurt. So we're going to continue to pursue this aggressively. There's a lot that we don't know, and as the investigation goes on, we'll provide more information to you.
You said the 2 suspects, are they 2 males?
They're 2 males, one of whom is actually a victim. The other one, we don't know his involvement, but we do know that he was found to be in possession of a concealed firearm and was arrested at the scene at the time of the shooting.
I know you talk about security and how, I mean, you pressed for it, both of you, just saying we want this to be a safe night. To see this happen again, I mean, is it heartbreaking for both of you?
Yeah, no, it's a heartbreaking situation, and it's unacceptable. I mean, we did everything that would be expected us to do. We had a robust police presence. The chief and the team did a great job. We had lots of police officers all over the place. As I said, EMS was on the scenes, but you get into these issues that they're just so hard to understand and it's so senseless. We're going to continue to be very, very aggressive about it, but it really is heartbreaking, especially on a night like this. It was a beautiful game. Everybody was really working well with each other throughout the whole city, so it's just a tragic end to what was otherwise a beautiful weekend, and it's really sad.
Do we know the ages of the victims as well as the suspects?
We can get that to you after.
We don't have that, but the ages range from 20 to 37 with all 10 of the victims.
All right.
The gentleman who was arrested with the gun, was that gun fired, or did he just happen to have it on?
So those are questions that we're asking, and that's evidence that we're combing through right now to make those determinations. What we know right now is that he was actually arrested and caught for carrying a firearm that was concealed.
All right. Thanks,
All right,
guys.
guys.
Thank